So going back to kind of what I was like saying in the beginning, like you just simply, you need to just examine, you just need to just like look at what you're doing and just like look at how you're living and look at how you're operating and just like dissect it as much as you can and be honest with yourself, obviously, and like look at it. And I feel like if you're genuinely and sincerely doing that, right, you're more than likely to realize how that pattern, that style of like living is just disadvantageous for your absolute best interest. And through coming to that realization, you just organically stop doing that. You don't have to do different things. Yeah, you don't have to discipline yourself to stop doing it. Like, oh, I really want to do it, but I want to go to this, but I can't. Like, no, you just won't have that desire. And that's the best place to be at. Because why do you want to, like, it's just where you got to arrive, you know? Something along the lines of like, wisdom is often, if not exclusively, attained after like a rock bottom-ish type of situation. But then ideally you'd want that wisdom like beforehand, but paradoxically it can only be gained after like a rock bottom like kind of thing. So it's like this weird tango inverted loop thing. But yes, I mean, like for me, that kind of definitely aided in a lot of the just introspection or like growth or whatever, just like having like that back situation happen, because it forced me to just like slow down. Like I was in such debilitating pain that like not only could I not deadlift or squat like the way that I wanted to, I couldn't deadlift, squat at all, I couldn't work out sometimes how I wanted to. I'd just be laying in bed with just chronic debilitating pain. And to get out of that really wasn't that difficult at all. I mean, it was, but when I say not that difficult at all, man, it's just like stop doing stupid things that hurt you and like rest. But how my brain was wired at the time, like that's not an option. Like I just need to go. So it hit a point where, so you can almost argue that it wasn't this just altruistic transformation. It literally hit a point where the back pain was so debilitating that I would rather kill my previous ego and start from scratch than I would maintain that ego and tolerate the back pain. Because before it was back pain was here, ego was here, still more worth it. But when those scales like tipped just the right amount, it was an organic shift because I literally just had no other choice. So I literally,
you were constrained by your body.
Yeah. So like I had to start from ground zero. And I mean, yeah, that's changed. Like not being so extremist all out in the gym, like being very like patient, disciplined, careful with like how it go about something as simple as like training, where in the past, like, oh, I feel good today, max, just all the time. And so I feel like that new mindset now that I got from dealing with my back injuries has definitely permeated out like into other areas. But I think it arguably needed to happen to checkmate me into a form of like introspection. So
I really think that much of success in life involves avoiding pitfalls more than expediting successes.
Yeah.
There's a rule from mathematics called never multiply by zero. And it means that if you take 1 million multiplied by 3,000 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 444 multiplied by 0, you get 0, right? You never multiply by 0. And an example here might be you spend all of this time eating organic, you avoid seed oils, you make sure that your blood work's done, but one day you decide to drive your car without a seatbelt. All of that good work, 444,000 times 1 million times multiplied by 0. You spend all of your teens being responsible, you go to college, you get the degree, you start to build up a really great life, and you're just about to go and start traveling the world, and you decide to have unprotected sex with somebody, and someone gets pregnant, and it's an accidental pregnancy. It's not quite 0, but your life has now taken an unbelievably different path.
And you can begin to reframe your reality that rejection doesn't exist, and we're the only people that can ever possibly reject ourselves, right? The only people who can reject us is us. The reality, very simply, is 30 days of beginning to recreate this reality, but realizing that it's on the outside of what is currently comfortable for us today that we'll find that freedom. And Jay, when I quit my job in that law firm, it was the most grueling, brutal, scary, horrifying 12 months of my life. I didn't have a single person around me who told me I should be doing this. And I had to find it in books and places like people would find their work with you, Jay, and that peace. Find it with Jay. Listen to him every day as you recreate this reality. Put endorphins in your body and realize there's a path to freedom like somebody like Jay has created. And humbly, somebody like myself has created. And that's what I would tell people to do today. And if you could find your way to this absolute commitment and realizing that the causing of yes, leadership yeses, management, marketing or selling, recruitment yeses, on the other side of yes is a higher compensation level, is a greater degree of economic freedom. If you can make peace with this and you can pursue the how-to of mastering that, then and only then would you be in a position where you should quit your job. Until then, find your way to a decision of either making peace with being an employee or making peace with yes causing, which will be, and I hold no judgment, but it will create the absolute freedom that somebody like Jay Shetty has. If you want that, like him, you have to master the causing of yes with humans.
It's like, can I design an environment where discipline and consistency and willpower are easier versus making it so hard on myself?
Yeah, that's to me is the biggest one, because yeah, you can't have your refrigerator full of all the stuff you don't want to eat.
No,
and
I'm eating all of it.
Willpower, I don't have enough willpower for that either. If something's right here, I'm gonna have it. That's absolutely. And I think people think that people who have this amazing willpower and like it's right next to you, but you're not tempted by it. I'm like, no way. I'm completely seduced by a sugary soda or a slab of chocolate, like whatever it may be. And what's interesting about that is, we're coming up to the new year, and I want to give you my answer, what I'm thinking, and I want to hear yours. If we could give people one mindset to approach 2026 with, to make it the best year they could possibly have, my take, and I want to hear yours, would be to do less. In the sense that the one mindset that will save you is, instead of thinking you want to be the best partner and the best workout person and the best professional and the best parent and everything, is choose one thing to be really good at for season one. And I think about this like nature. Nature's good at doing one thing. It's why we have 4 seasons. In this season, it's good at growing. In this season, it's good at shedding. In this season, it's good at shining. And in this season, it's good at recovering. And it's like, it's not trying to, imagine you had a day where it was snowing, stormy, sunny, and raining in the same day. You'd be like, this is just schizophrenic. Like, it's crazy. And there are a few places in the world where that happens, but it's rare. And it wouldn't make sense. Like, we think of balance, or we think of success as, I'm good at everything. And so we go into the new year and go, this is the year I lose weight. This is the year I build my company. This is the year. And we, as Bill Gates said, we overestimate what we can do in 1 year, and we underestimate what we can do in 10 years. In January, it will be 10 years since I started being a creator. My first video launched Jan 3rd, 2016. And if someone told me what we were going to do in the last 10 years, I would never have believed them.
For sure.
But if I tried to do all of this in the first 12 months, I would have failed miserably. And so my advice, my biggest mindset for 2026 for anyone listening is, do less, prioritize, focus, don't try and tick every box. It's okay to fail at a bunch of stuff for 4 months and then build up something else. What would be your big mindset for 2026?
But that the reality is you build it. You can build your own reality. If you don't, you can become victimized or a victim. But you have to be sort of active in your believing and your doing and in your heart and your will. And your will is a thing. It's your life force. So, and it started with not wanting to hurt my family. I wouldn't want to have been on their side, looking at me in the bed or hearing about it. My mom heard about it on the phone call. How about that phone call? I had a 13-hour drive to get to my hospital bed in the snow and the ice. It's brutal. So there is no me in any of this, man, except getting better version of me. There's no being victimized or victim mentality in it. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's just a square peg, round hole. It doesn't fit here. It doesn't apply. Or at least I make it not apply, if it does.